So the final thing is, the thing that most people want to know is how do I find the best protein for me? Because you can go on Google now and type in the best protein, and there's too much information. You know, protein powder is easily the most marketed supplement there is in terms of how much margin the brands make and how much is available out there. You know, I can go to Joe Schmo manufacturers 10 minutes from my house. I could have my own protein powder brand available in the next 3 weeks. You know, but the quality and the taste and everything is something that you really have to, you know, try. It's a lot of trial and error. So cutting to the chase, people. The first thing you need to look for when you're looking at a protein powder, of course, is quality. Okay, now that should be the forefront of everything you buy, whether it's a pair of running trainers, whether it's a set of kettlebells, whether it's a car, whether it's a watch. Quality should always be at the forefront. Okay, cost comes into it, but obviously you get what you pay for. So when it comes to quality, we now understand that obviously in terms of the quality and cost ratio, whey hydrolysis is the purest quality protein powder there is. Like we said, it's pre-digested, it's peptided, which means that your body will know what to do with it instantly, but obviously it's going to cost you a lot of money. If you're not someone that is obviously willing to spend 60, 70 pounds on a tub of protein powder, because that's how much some of them can be, then we need to look for a whey isolate, okay? Now, once again, in terms of whey isolate, there's lots on the market. It's 2021. There's a lot of brands who've mastered the flavoring of these products. So we've got isolate, okay? Now, I've written here amino spiked. For those of you who don't know, and if you don't know, go on to Google, pause the video, go on Google, type in amino spiking scandal. Several years ago, the FDA did a started a massive lawsuit against some of the biggest supplement companies in the world, because basically these companies were ripping people off. So let's say, for example, I sell a protein shake and I say on the label it's got 25 grams of protein per serving. What the companies were actually doing is they were only putting maybe 5 to 10 grams of protein in the product, and they were just throwing a bunch of useless amino acids to bump up the amino acid profile. So when the testing first come into it, companies would get their protein tested and they would test the nitrogen content. So the higher the amino acid content of a specific product, the higher the nitrogen test, which means they would pass. When this testing got more sophisticated, a lot of these companies were getting caught out. Some of the biggest brands that you may have heard of, I won't put them on blast here, but you can Google it and find out. Some of the most reputable brands out there have been sued for tens of millions of dollars. So now they've all had to be more clean cut with their products. So what is amino spiking? When you pick up a tub of protein, whether it's any of these, milk, concentrate, iso, hydro, casein, look at the ingredients, okay? And it'll tell you what is in there. So it'll tell you, is it isolate protein? Is it whey concentrate? Is it whey hydrolysis? Also in there will be a bunch of flavorings, could be sweeteners, could be sugars, could be thickeners. All that's fine and dandy because every brand has a different flavoring system. What you also want to look for in there, are there any amino acids in the ingredient panel? So if I look at a tub of protein and it's just whey protein isolate and I look at the label and it's got whey protein isolate, a bunch of other flavors, and it says L-glutamine. L-glutamine does not need to be in my protein powder. Therefore, that is an amino spiked product, okay? Now, what you will find is on the back of a tub of protein powder, there will be an amino acid profile. So there'll be like a little table and there'll be a list of say 20, 21 amino acids, and it'll have them what's in there. That is completely different. That is them being transparent, telling you the breakdown of amino acids in that particular protein product. Make sure that there are no amino acids listed in the ingredient panel. As long as it hasn't any listed, you're good to go. So, cost, okay? Obviously, cost is important. You know, we're not multimillionaires. A lot of us don't have sponsorships. We don't just get sent protein powder for free every month from our supplement brands. So therefore, we need to look at cost. Now, this can vary. Obviously, supply and demand is a big thing, like any industry. If there's a brand that, you know, is in high demand, but supply is not up to the demand, they may charge a higher premium for their product and vice versa. If it's a saturated product and it's in every single German supplement store on the planet, then of course it's going to be a lot, you know, it's going to be a lot cheaper to buy. Generally speaking, unless you know someone who knows someone who knows someone, for us, I mean, like I just said, for a good quality whey isolate that tastes really good, that's got 60 to 70 servings, a 2 kilo tub, you're looking to pay about 40 to 50 pounds, which is pretty decent. What you've got to bear in mind, once again, going back to our cost and quality, is isolate is almost at the top of the quality ratio, but the cost is not going to be, it's not going to pinch the food off your table. So the cost. Taste. Now, this is something really that is kind of irrelevant, because nowadays pretty much all protein powders taste insanely good. A lot of brands are teaming up with like Kellogg's and confectionery companies to flavor their proteins, which is a really good idea, really, really ingenious marketing wise, but it means that everyone's had to up their game. There's one brand on the market, they're an Italian brand called Perform. I've tried their stuff. The flavouring of their protein is out of this world. They've just released carrot cake flavour, apple strudel flavour. It's like a Nutella version, but they've called it Choctella to avoid trademarking issues. There's brands out there that have done birthday cake flavour. Like my favourite flavour of Diamond Tizer's ISO 100 is birthday cake flavour. It's just crazy good. So there's flavouring is down to personal taste. I usually tend to just stick to like vanilla or strawberry. They're my two favourite, because I like to put my protein powder in my oats most of the time. But generally speaking, it's whatever floats your boat. Companies now, they do red velvet cake, and it's crazy. It's like you're drinking liquid red velvet cake. It's unbelievable how they do it. So that's down to preference. And then, of course, you've got servings. You know what I'm saying? So, based on what I've told you today, and based on what you can research yourself online, there could be a company that is selling you, it could be a 40 serving whey protein isolate concentrate blend, okay? And they could be selling it for 55 quid. Or there could be another brand that is selling just an isolate, so it's better quality, and they're doing 65 servings for 50 quid. So you need to weigh up, obviously using your brain and using your logic, which one is the best value for money. But all in all, guys, protein is for sure, if you're a hard-working person, you're a hard-working athlete, you train, you do a lot of resistance training. Like I said the other day when I did my video on essential supplements, for me, protein powder is essential. Unless you're just an absolute machine and you're able to eat all your protein, which is advisable. But a lot of us have children, we have lives, we have jobs. We're not able to eat all that protein in terms of sit down with a knife and fork and eat it. So therefore, having a good quality protein shake to hand is going to be better than nothing. I hope that clears a lot of myths up. Obviously, I could have gone down a lot of rabbit holes, as I can with these videos, but I want to try and keep them condensed, keep you interested, cut to the chase, cut to the points, but also highlight some of the key facts. If you've got any questions, put them in the video below, and obviously as a team we'll be able to get to them and answer them. If you want any recommendations, obviously the brand I work for, 5% Nutrition, we don't actually have any kind of protein powder, so it's not a conflict of interest for me to refer you to whatever brand is necessary. But yeah, until the next time, people, appreciate you tuning in. Hit the subscribe and the like button, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace.